The Nintendo Switch 2 is here, and the Pro Controller is super expensive. So I saw this $20 controller at Walmart that's compatible with all the versions of the Switch, including the Switch 2 for just 20 bucks with tax. So I'm going to go ahead and check it out today. There is an affiliate link down below in the pinned comments. If you want to pick one of these up, it helps the channel, no extra cost to you. And yeah, on brand, they have some accessories for the Switch 2 at Walmart right now. So if you want to go ahead and pick some of these up, I think there's like a headphone, there's memory cards, you name it. $20, you can't beat a $20 controller at all. So here we go. We're pulling it out, and that is how it is. There's nothing else in here. There's like, I guess a thing that shows you how to use the turbo buttons, because there's actual dual vibration motors on here and headset port, 2 rear programmable buttons. It includes a 10-foot cable, has a USB adapter, and a rapid fire turbo button. So if you want to use that in your games. So here it is. It actually looks pretty standard. Pretty standard for a controller. It's definitely a less expensive version of the Pro Controller. You have your controllers, you have your analog sticks, you got the D-pad. The D-pad actually seems okay. Back has the programmable buttons. And yeah, so we're going to plug this sucker in. It is wired, so there's no way to unplug it and have it wireless. It's a wired controller no matter what. So if that might kind of scare you away, maybe, I don't know, 20 bucks, you still can't beat a wired controller. Sometimes I prefer wired. So let's go ahead, put this sucker into the USB slot of the Switch 2. And it was just as easy as plugging it in. There is a USB-A dongle for you to use to plug it in because it is a Type-C. But literally just plugged it in. It's a wired controller, so it's going to work like nobody's business. We're going to go ahead and just try it out on Mario Kart. How about that? While we're waiting for Mario Kart to load, right there is the headphone jack. You just plug in your headphone and you're ready to go. You plug in your audio right through there. This sucker is really vibrating, by the way. It's really vibrating. And it feels like a good vibration. And that's not what she said. Now, I will say I do wish the buttons felt a little bit more springy. They feel like they're a little bit, like, kind of weird to push, if that makes sense. At least the A button does. I don't know. Maybe with use, they'll loosen up a little bit. But I like my buttons to have that spongy feel to them, if that makes some sense. Triggers feel good. The triggers feel good. D-pad feels great. The joysticks feel good themselves. But we're going to test this sucker out just to see how it plays. Alright, so it feels pretty good. Feels good. Definitely comfortable in the hands, which is most important, since I know a lot of you guys don't like the way Joy-Cons feel. A lot of you guys think Joy-Cons feel kind of crummy. So it is doing its job, which, I mean, it's not hard to mess up a basic controller. I mean, this is about as generic of a controller as you can get, but it works. And again, you can program the 2 bottom buttons as well. So like, let's say you wanted the one on the right on the bottom to be the gas pedal, you can actually do that. Oh, we got the blue shell. So I'm going to take some time out and see how do you program the buttons. So it's saying you hold the P button. There's a P button on the back to program it. You hold it 3 times and then everything will flash. For 3 seconds, everything will flash. Right? See how it's flashing? And then whatever you want to program from the back. So I want it to go to do gas. We're going to push A. And then we're going to push that. And then there we go. Just like that, guys. The A button has been programmed to M2. And I can still use it for A as well. So look at that. Look. So there you go. Just like that. The back button is using the gas. And that actually feels kind of cool. Feels a little cool. I'm still having to do like a little claw thing. But if I wanted to go back to using A, I could use A. Look at that. I'm using A now. Or I could use the back button behind here. Not bad. And I guess I could arrange it to where my power-ups are used with the left one. So let's go ahead and try that. We're going to use the back button 3 seconds, the P button, and then now I'm going to use the shoulder with that. So now we should be able to use this back button. Yep, look at that. Everything smooth now. The back programming just like that. Not half bad. I can get used to this. Now, I'm not sure if the actual official Pro Controller has the same. I know it has the back buttons. Maybe it does. I think that might make things easier to use. As I get hit. So it's working. It's working pretty good. So now I want to test out the turbo feature, but we're going to play a different game to test that out. So we're going to go home and pick something else. All right, we're testing this out. We are testing it out on the Game Boy Advanced version of Super Mario World. That's on the Switch Online. The D-pad feels great. I just wanted to check the D-pad and play with it. I got to remember the control layout of this game is different than the Super Nintendo one, just because there was a different type of layout for the buttons. But overall, it's working. And that's the main thing that's important about a D-pad, is whether or not the D-pad feels good or not. Now, if I had Street Fighter or something set up to where I could play it, I would test it on that. But a D-pad is always crucial. D-pad is always important. Gotta love it. Booyah. This one, I've always forgotten that they kind of did like an update on Super Mario World. On all the games, actually, for the Super Game Boy Advance, or the Game Boy Advance. Forget that they did like a little update with some different changes and stuff like that. It was always kind of different, you know? But yeah, it works. It looks like it fits like a glove. Let's move on. Test it with Mario 3. It's saying you hold the button down. So there's hold the button down, turbo button, and then you push A. Okay, so it says press and hold the T button, and then press the button you want the feature to be set to, A. And then you can also move the length. Okay, there we go. It took me a second to get the turbo done, but you could definitely just set it. And then you can also slow it down by pushing turbo and down. You can set it down, or you can make it faster by pushing turbo and up. So you can set the setting holding the turbo button up or holding it down. Turbo reset is turbo button and minus. And there you go. So turbo button, hold it, push A, and then you can push turbo up, and it should, yep, just like that. So pretty solid controller so far. I'm liking what I see here. 20 bucks, guys. You can't beat it. $20 at Walmart. Good, decent alternative. If you can't afford like the $80+ price that the actual Pro Controller has the back programmable buttons, turbo. It feels good in the hands. I'm going to leave a link down below if you guys are interested in checking it out. I have an affiliate link. You can get one at no extra cost to you. You're going to buy it anyway, right? 20 bucks. Won't break the bank. Has a decent D-pad. Why not? Why not, right? Anyways, I'll see you on the next one. Thank you for watching.